You're at the Watchman Way. Back to our old studio. We'll see if the reception's better tonight. Mesa, Arizona. We're trying to keep my friends at the Secret Service guessing. With all of the fear porn, I wanted to kind of put things in perspective about where we are right now, because people are really freaking out. And it seems like the better it gets, and so this is what happens. The better it gets, the more they crank up the mainstream media to distract you. And it's working. Because we're focused on fear porn instead of everything that's going on that we need. You know, the swamp is draining. This, you got to trust the plan. This thing with Barr, and he's not going to look at prosecution or whatever for Obama and Biden. They're playing roles. It's making me think that this ploy that's out there, that the white hats are going to wait till after the election to start the takedown of the big dogs. I think they're trying to fake them out. I mean, they're already started. You can see it with the things that are coming out. Just look at all the drops, all the top secret emails and communications that are starting to be released, and how bad it's making the deep state look. The pendulum is starting to shift. The plan is working. This was all about exposing the traitors, exposing the socialist, exposing socialism for what it is. And what's happening is people who were liberals, who thought they wanted, I think, socialism, are starting to get a taste of what it means, and they're not really liking it. And the ones that do, who are buying all this crap about this flu that they're trying to present as a pandemic, and it's not working for them. It gets worse every day. You got more doctors coming out. You know, those people, how do you think they're going to feel when they find out the truth? You know, never was a pandemic. No more dangerous than the common flu. Less dangerous than the common flu. Significantly less dangerous than the common flu. And people are panicked, fearful. Exactly what they want. We can't play into this. We have to be smarter than our enemy. We have to be more knowledgeable than our enemy. Putting a mask on your face for the flu, shutting down the worldwide economy for the flu, doesn't make a lot of sense. And I want to be clear. President Trump is doing what he has to do. President Trump is letting them hang themselves. He is putting this in the hands of the so-called experts and giving them rope. And they took it. And they're dangling now. This is over. I mean, it's over. There's nothing they can do to come back from where they are. They're finished. You know, it's about the mop up. It's about when do they want to declare it? When does President Trump want to make it public that it's over? And that's going to come when they decide to arrest basically Obama, Clinton, Any former president gets arrested, this is over. Former Secretary of State gets arrested, this is over. They could get by with arresting Brennan and Clapper and dragging this thing out a little bit longer, but I don't know if it's going to go that route. I don't think we have too much longer to wait because I don't think the swamp that they bring JFK Jr. out until the swamp is drained. And I just got a gut feeling that sometime between now and the first week in July, that he's going to make an appearance. They got to do something pretty quick because they can't wait a lot longer. I mean, you can't get into September without naming the VP. And it's not going to be Pence. Something has to happen between now and then. And I think a lot's going to happen. The economy is going to collapse. I mean, it's collapsing in front of our eyes right now. People are, that's another one that people are fearful of. The economic system has to come down. We've got to start all over again. We've got to wipe the slate clean, and get a fresh start with a economic system that is for the people, not for the elites, the cabal, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. That's the next financial system. Another reason why God showed me physical silver and Litecoin. There is nothing to fear from the economic collapse. I mean, there's a lot to gain from the economic collapse if you know the future. And the watchmen know the future. And we have a recipe for how to take advantage of the future that was given to us by God. So the people who, and mostly it's trolls who try and knock, well, money's bad. Money's not bad. The love of money is bad. Money is a tool. It's a tool God wants us to use to take back our world. God wants his people in charge of the financial system that's coming. And that's going to happen. But there's nothing to be fearful of. And the satanic pedophilia. You're seeing it exposed right now for the new people. Epstein was running honeypots, plural, not just on Pedo Island, his mansion in Florida, his mansion in New York City, his ranch in New Mexico, all of them were wired. They were recording the wealthiest, most powerful people in the world in acts of pedophilia and satanic rituals where they would torture and murder children on video. Hundreds of hours of the most disgusting video ever recorded. What do you think that's going to do to the Democratic Party? And the mainstream media? Chris Cuomo, Jake Tapper, Don Lemon, all went to Pedo Island. The Pope, Prince Andrew, the Pope at Pedo Island? They are in panic mode. Like I said, the more that goes against them, the more fear porn they throw out to, again, hopefully distract people. Don't fall for it. There's nothing to fear. There is nothing to worry about. President Trump is 1,000% in control. President Trump has the hand of God on him, guiding and protecting him. How do you think this is going to end? It's going to end really good for us. Really, really, really good for the people who know what's coming. Not so good for the black hats, for the cabal, for the Rothschilds, for the Rockefellers, Peseurs, Soros, Gates, all the politicians we know. You know, the people who own 90% of the wealth of the world, all of those people are going to be stripped of their wealth. You know, the problem is that a lot of their wealth is on paper that it's going to be worthless. But they also have a lot of other goodies like gold and silver and jewelry and art, property. All that's going to be seized. So where's the downside? Show me what there is to be fearful of. Because I'm not afraid. I'm actually the best place I've been in years. I'm in the best place I've been since I started this. And it's just getting better every day. So there's no reason to turn the news off. It's a waste of your time. Even Hannity. I like Hannity. But he can't tell you what's going on. They won't let him. His hands are tied. You know, you might out of an hour show, and then you figure commercials, you might get 5 minutes of anything valuable. It's not worth it. And for sure the other ones are a waste of time. You're better off getting on the internet, going to YouTube. You know, start digging. It's how I did it. The other thing is, go to my page and just start scrolling back. You got 5 years of post about the things that we need to focus on. The things that have been hidden. The things we need to know as patriots and Christians. It's all there for you. Oh, also, if you go to the Watchman page, this is from Sharpshooter Shelley. There's a search button, right, on the Watchman page. Any topic that you want to research, just enter it in the search, and you'll be amazed at what comes up. So use that feature when you're looking specifically for something. It's really helpful. So anyway, guys, don't fall into the trap. Don't play into their hands. Get out of that fear mode and start thinking positive. Because there's no reason. I keep saying over and over, we should be celebrating in the streets. We really should. If you look at where we're at and where we came from, we should be celebrating. We should be partying. And it's coming. And of course, for the Watchmen, we can't celebrate early because we still have work to do. Every day, again, I said yesterday, it takes a year. Another year, I'm in. You know, because it's happening. That's all I want to see, is that we're moving in the right direction now, that things are getting done. And again, I don't see how this goes to next year, guys. I don't know how it makes it to after the election. God showed me all this is happening in 2020. Yeah, technically, by what God showed me, it could be after the election. My gut's telling me no. So, regardless, get out of that fear mode. Start that positive thinking. We talked a little bit last night about, collective consciousness. It's real. That's part of what's happening. We're I've talked about this before. I wouldn't trade places with anybody in the world at any time. If I want to be alive on the world, I want to be exactly where I'm at right now. At any other time in history, I want to be here. Because the things that we're going to see, the things that we're going to experience, they're going to be talking about for thousands of years. The world is changing, and we're a part of it. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. In a month, a few months at the most, you're all going to look back at this and wonder, why the hell was I so afraid? Why was I so panicked about what was going on? It's because you fell into the trap. You fell for the fear porn. Don't. I mean, you have the power to say no. Don't fall for it. Turn it off. Focus on the positive things that are going on. Look at these drops that are coming out. Stop all of this stuff. What they say, disclosure. It's coming out now. What was I just looking at here? Good example. These are zero hedge headlines. Phone calls between Biden and Ukraine's Poroshenko leaked. They detail the quid pro quo to fire Burisma prosecutors. Everything they said was conspiracy is fact. You're going to find out that 95% of the mainstream told you was conspiracy was fact. You have to look at the history of that tag, that phrase. It came from the CIA after the JFK assassination. A way to label the people that were investigating what happened, to discredit them, right? They're just kooks. Conspiracy theorists. Yeah, well, we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, here's another good one. Zero Hedge headline. No more Mr. Clean. Inside the scandal-free, quotation marks, years of the Obama presidency. When I think I saw it live when Obama first said that they had a scandal-free presidency, and I about choked. I mean, what a joke. This guy, this is the most criminal administration in our history, bar none. I mean, the Clintons were close, Bush too. Nothing like Obama. I mean, this guy could be executed 5, 6, 7 times for the shit he's done. That's just the treason charges. Then pedophilia and murder charges are coming too. He's a dead man. He's a dead man walking. I don't care what Barr faked. Obama's done. Biden's done. But most of the upper end of the Obama administration is going to be executed for treason. So, don't fall into the nothing's happening. They're never going to take down these people. They're beyond the law. They're untouchable. You're going to find out America has returned to the rule of law. Not going to return, has returned. Uh, the shutdown may soon collapse in Pennsylvania thanks to local resistance. This is part of, I think, what President Trump wanted was to get the people riled up, understanding what was going on here. You know, these governors were basically trampling all over the Constitution. Uh, it's coming back to bite them now. Played brilliantly. President Trump is 10 moves ahead, and what else would you expect with God guiding and protecting him? This is exactly what we should expect. Not fear, not worry, anxiety. Anxiety because you're going to be a millionaire? Anxiety for what? I don't get it. And the satanic pedophiles being exposed and eradicated. You think we can have those people in the world? People that are going to sacrifice our children to their God? Those days are over. Been going on for a long time, but not anymore. It's over. God has dropped the hammer. God is 100% behind this. I mean, the reason that we're not in the middle of a nuclear war right now is because we elected President Trump. And President Trump's first order of business, because he knows what God wants, was to attack human trafficking, specifically child sex trafficking. 800,000 kids a year go missing in America. That's not a mistake. Google it. 800,000 kids a year. The CIA knows where they're going. The mainstream media knows where they're going. The deep state knows where they're going. The CIA running breeding farms in America for kids. The homely ones get sold for their body parts, organ harvesting. The cute ones get sold into child sex trafficking. It's our CIA with the FBI covering it up. All this is going to come out. We shouldn't be fearful. We should be angry. I keep saying, if you knew what I know, you'd be angry. You'd be ready to string somebody up. I'm not condoning that, but I'm telling you, once the people find out what's been going on, what's really been going on, those animals won't want to be on the streets because they're not going to last very long if they're on the streets. When people find out. And so when I get these people who are worried about the election, I'm going, what the hell world do you live in? Because what do you think is going to happen? You know, I mean, and again, most of those people are ignorant because they don't know about the child sex trafficking. They don't know about the pedophilia. They don't know about Epstein and the Pope and the Queen and many presidents, Bush included, both Bushes. They don't have a clue. God showed me the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. Physical silver and Litecoin. God showed me the worldwide economy collapsing. God showed me the satanic pedophiles being exposed and eradicated. And he showed me the swamp draining. This is happening. You know, believe it or not. I mean, if you look at this with your critical thinking skills, you look at the articles I've been posting, the videos, it's evident this is happening. You don't need to be an economist to see that the economy is done. I mean, you can't. We had world record debt, 0% interest for 12 years around the world. Countries could barely make the interest payments on their debt. They were just like most Americans, living paycheck to paycheck. And then you shut the worldwide economy down for 2 months, and you think everything's going to be okay. We're just going to crank it back up and the world's going to be fine. Not going to happen. Now, it's for Americans, we're in the catbird seat. President Trump is running our show. You know, the EU I'm worried about. But here, even if you're not ready, even if you're not prepared, you're going to be okay. Because President Trump isn't going to let any Americans starve. You may not eat every day. You know, think about it this way. You're in control. Right now, you're still in control of how this experience goes for you and your family. You can either ignore what I'm saying, and then you're going to get through it, but it's going to be hell on you and your family. You may not eat every day. Your kids may go hungry. You're not going to starve. You're going to get through it. And on the other end of it, you're probably going to be penniless, and and it could be rough. Or the flip side, where you get your food, your water, your medical supplies, your ammo, your physical silver, and your Litecoin, you're prepared, and you thrive through this thing. You don't struggle. And then you soar on the other side of this during the recovery when it's going to be a buyer's market for everything, and the problem's going to be nobody's going to have any money except for the people that have physical silver and Litecoin. There's a reason God showed me these things. You know, I've done my job. I've told you guys what God wanted me to tell you. Now it's on you. Don't put your families through this. Don't make them suffer when they don't have to. You know, take God's advice. Get prepared. Especially physical silver and Litecoin. It's going to change your life and your family's lives, and probably for generations. Don't miss the boat. Links will be posted in the comments section. Anybody has any questions on Litecoin, Silver, Ledger, Coinbase, Gemini, get a hold of Kevin Owens, 702-325-9258. How are we doing on time? Oh, wait a minute. That's still okay. 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. Where's the downside? Oh, plus we're going to experience the greatest spiritual awakening in man's history. So we're getting rid of 90% of the evil in the world at the same time that we're having a spiritual awakening and people are flocking to the way, God's church, the church that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago. the church that the Watchmen were asked to revive, middle of January. Um, Heaven on earth. That's what we're going to experience. Heaven on earth. As close as man can get to heaven. That's what we're going to have. As opposed to our children being tortured and murdered. The wars, the terrorist attacks, all been engineered by the globalist agenda as a way to control us and keep us in fear. That's all over, guys. The sooner you understand that, the better off you're going to be. The better off your family's going to be. So get on board. Don't miss the boat. You'll kick your, especially if you heard this message and you do nothing, you're going to kick yourself later. I'm going to guarantee it. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. On top of that, declassified Rice email confirms Obama, Biden, and Comey all targeted General Flynn. Newly declassified documents. I mean, it's just going to get worse and worse for these guys. Not going to get better. Nothing to be fearful of. POTUS is 1,000% in control. Great revelations are coming. Just wait. Make sure I got everything here. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can do this. My left hand. See what we got for questions. Danielle, how you doing? Laura, hello. Jason, what's up? Danielle, Melody, how you doing? Laura, hello. Cody, Becky. Becky wants to know what percentage of those protesting to get the states open are liberals. Not a very big percentage. Stephanie, what's up? Yacinda, how you doing? Roxanne, hello. Never focus on fear. It's going to do you no good. Jerry and Jerry's brother Gary, twin brother. Dennis, what's up? Yeah. And that's actually that's starting to spread across the country, which is a good thing. Like I said, guys, they played right into President Trump's hand. I know. Subway. No, I'm Solo is sponsoring tonight's broadcast, guys, and they're not paying very well either. Lisa, hello. David, what's up? Question everything. Best thing I can ever teach you, question everything. Use your critical thinking skills. Use your discernment. Question everything, most of all me. Doc Cheryl, how you doing? Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of these liberals are going to get force fed their red pills and not going to like it. Beware of the cognitive dissonance. It's going to be rampant. Um, they're not going to, they're not, I don't think they're going to make the hangings public, but I think they are going to have them on video you can watch if you want. Sharpshooter Shelley, hello. Oh, by the way, um, in honor of Memorial Day, oh, and JW's bald head, there is there's our Memorial Day slash 4th of July Christmas tree, courtesy of my host, Jan Mitchell. Okay, where was I? Johnny's talking about, yep, friends that look at you like you're crazy. Been there. The truth will be revealed. My sweet tooth? What are you talking about? Let's see. Yeah, they're going to choke on that red pill, trust me. Madagascar president's pulled out of the EU. The EU is done, guys. The EU is done. You know how I know? Because President Trump has control of the Federal Reserve. So the globalist agenda is finished. All over. Not going to happen. What kind of tree is it? I think it's aluminum. It's an aluminum tree. Sherman, what's up? Gary? Sometimes David has to eat more red pills. Whatever it takes, David. Do what you got to do. Danielle has beer and wine. Okay. Good for you, Danielle. It is an amazing tree, isn't it? Yeah. Eileen, how you doing? Jason? Making you hungry. You're gonna make me hungry. Let's see. Oh. Danielle is ready. Danielle and her family are ready because she found us. And now is a big part of it. Yeah. Anyone who hasn't already, look up edible plants, berries, leaves, roots, etc. You can get books on this stuff, guys. I recommend it. Thank you, Lisa. It is great advice. John's got a Charmin. Good job, John. Jason eats dirt for a living. Okay, Jason. How do we get on these subjects? Uh, Tina's sister-in-law digs up dandelion roots and all, makes tea with it. The way, the truth, the life. Yeah, grow a garden. Dandelion wine, yep. Arnold, how you doing? Yeah, better reception tonight, huh, guys? I think I got the problem figured out at my alternate studio, so I think we should be good. Although, we might be taking the show on a big road trip. like cross country. There might be a surprise location. I want to see if anybody can guess where I might be tomorrow night. I don't think anyone will guess. Not in a million years. Ready for the surprise. Candace, how you doing? Johnny, what's up? Jill, hello. Jill wants to know if she can use PayPal to buy silver. I'm sure you can. Talk to Kevin, but and just go on the silver sites. You can also use a credit card. Um, SD Bullion and jmbullion.com. Sites will be posted. Uh, yeah, I don't know if Obama's ever going to testify. Um, doesn't really make any difference. They don't need him to testify. Chrissy, how you doing? Cousin Monica, hello. Gary. I, oh, there we go. That was probably me. Susie. How's it going, Susie? You got something else going wrong? Susie's having trouble selling, well, I guess buying a house. She might be homeless. Thank you, Doc. We have another Shelley. Shelley 2. Glad you found a Shelley. Susan, how you doing? Everybody's going to get their red pill whether they want it or not, guys. Thanks, Jerry. Jan will be happy that people liked it. Yeah, I think I'm back though. Isn't it funny? As soon as I mention something, we have problems. Yeah, I got my stylus. I technological advances. We're moving up in the world, guys. I got a stylus now. It's only taken almost 2 years, year and a half plus. Don't listen to the propaganda about cryptocurrencies, guys. Cryptocurrencies are the future of money. Um, it's amazing stuff. And the reason that the deep state doesn't want it, the globalists don't want it, because they need central banks to control the world. And cryptocurrencies eliminate the need for banks. You don't need a middleman with cryptocurrencies. So that's why the deep state doesn't want it. And that's why they're spreading all the propaganda about it. God showed me Litecoin. Do you think he would if it was anything else but the future of money and a great investment? Yeah, we usually have pretty good reception, but you know, you never know. Q post, yeah. Uh, Kathleen's pointing out if you follow the Q post, their 10-week timeline, think about this, ends on the week of the 4th of July, which I think the rumors were, I don't know if that's been set in stone yet, that they're supposed to have a celebration at Mount Rushmore, I think, on the 4th of July. Um, that, I mean, that could be JFK Jr. We'll see. Thank you, Lisa. Cousin Bill, what's going on, Bill? I trust Barr. I think Barr is playing a role. Remember now, President Trump has said many things that we know are not true. Playing the game. He knows this isn't the greatest economy that the country's ever had. The economy sucks. He got it propped up to where it looks pretty good, but not the greatest economy that the country's ever had. Not anywhere close. Shelley guesses Detroit. We'll have to see about that. A Watchman field trip? Yeah, I don't think so. Pennsylvania? No. Indiana? No. All I'm going to tell you guys is big stuff is coming. Well, Tessie thinks that Obama should testify. Okay, Tessie. I trust God first too, guys. Um, I devoted my life to this work. Liz, how you doing? Yeah, everybody pray for Susie. She's having kind of a rough go here with her house issues. And We Know is a good QAnon site, guys. Um, Check them out. A reset. What does a reset look like? Laura wants to know. What does a reset look like for those who rent? It's not going to have a big impact on your situation as far as the rent goes. You might get something deferred for a while, depending on how this plays out. Um, you're going to lose your not that it makes a difference for a renter, but everybody needs to worry about their pension funds, their bank accounts. Anything on paper is going to go. The only possibility for saving the pension funds is this Nasara. And we'll see if it happens. It's awesome. But my personal opinion and my tactic, I'm not counting on it. I am prepared without it. I don't need it. Um, I've already got my situation handled with Litecoin and silver. So do the safe thing. Get your Litecoin and silver. Then the Nasara is just icing on the cake for you. Danny from Canada. What's up, Danny? I believe Coinbase is better than Gemini. But the problem with Coinbase was it was hard for people to get to get their accounts opened up. I think that's eased up a little bit. My first choice would be Coinbase. That's where I have mine, is at Coinbase. And some members have both. There's nothing wrong with that. Having both a Gemini and a Litecoin. I like Coinbase personally. Tina got her order of probably colloidal silver from Mike Janman. Anybody who needs colloidal silver or colloidal copper, get a hold of Mike Janman. He makes it himself, and it's like a quarter the cost of what it is at GNC. Yeah, you got to link it to your bank account, but that's what you want, guys. Gary wants to know if God speaks to me. No, he doesn't. It's more telepathy. These ideas, these events are kind of placed in my head. And then another part of it, I get it a lot of different ways. Another part of it is um, just signs. It's like I'm on a lit path, and I'm following the light. And then when I get to something that's important, it'll just like floodlights go off. So it's really obvious. That's how it happened with the economy. That's how it happened with Litecoin and silver. Yeah, don't. He didn't say no criminal charges against Obama or Clinton. I think he said he wasn't looking into it or something were his words. If Barr wasn't on board, Barr wouldn't still be there. No, not Mexico. Oh, that I wouldn't mind Cabo. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff has a camper I can stay in Michigan. How close are you to Detroit? We'll talk about it later. Thank you, Tina. Tennessee, I love Tennessee. Beautiful. Barbara says Bullhead City. No, but JW might go there to retire. Danielle still hasn't got her stimulus check or refund. Lying is what Obama does best. I wouldn't argue that, Becky. Leah, hello. Here's my nephew Dalton. How's it going, Dalton? Todd, how you doing? Yeah, here's an example. Johnny tried to get on Coinbase 6 or 7 times, couldn't get it done, then went to Gemini and got on his first time, got an account going. So that was kind of we had this big run up about a month ago, and that was a pretty common thread was people were having trouble with Coinbase, and Gemini was pretty smooth sailing. Silver is going to be huge. Not just Doc saying silver is going to be a big part of cures, that's for sure. But what's the big thing that's going to drive silver, and I think it's going to drive silver past gold in price, is there's technology coming out, regenerative technology. There's supposedly going to be a machine, very expensive, that requires a lot of silver to operate, that actually rejuvenates the body and can make you not just look 30 years younger, your body will be 30 years younger. That's what's going to drive silver past gold in price, I believe, within the next 10 years. And I think that technology will be here within 5 years. Danielle got more silver on the way. Good job. You're welcome, Shelley. Danielle likes tulips. Good to know. Barr, no, what Barr's doing is Barr is playing a role. That's exactly what Barr's doing, the same as President Trump. Thanks, David. New Jersey? Yeah. I've been in New Jersey. Too humid. Good job, Mike. Mike's thinking ahead. Buying his silver rods early when they're cheap. Tina's silver should be here tomorrow. Jeff's 80 miles from Detroit. Might be tight, Jeff. Susie's going to move to South Dakota. Okay, Susie. Gary's had God speak to him twice. Lucky man, Gary. Johnny works all over Metro Detroit running heavy equipment. Teresa, how you doing? Yeah, you won't believe, guys. I mean, cures for every ailment known to man, including cancer. Um, Anti-gravity technology, 0 point energy. 0 point energy changes the world overnight. No more third world countries when we have 0 point energy. Put a factory up anywhere. Gary's going to be 24 again. Good for you, Gary. Uh, no, 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 no. I think Stephanie's asking if the new this anti-aging or age rejuvenation is a spaceship. No, it's not. Paris, how you doing? Okay, guys, that's all the questions. Um, so, to recap, no fear, no worry. This is all good, guys. You'll you'll be blown away when you see how good it is, and you'll be sorry that you agonized over this at all. Um, at Banner Health in Phoenix, for an example, over 3,000 people were tested. Only 8 out of 3,000 tested positive. 0.28%. And that's just on the test. So the mortality rate it's like a dot, a grain of sand. It's this is not a pandemic. There's no reason to fear anything that's coming. Everything that's coming is for the betterment of mankind. I'm going to leave it there. End it with our prayer. For God and country, amen. We'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.